So, truck is out. It runs, moves. Still doing a little bit of tune-ups on that, and I'll give you an update here shortly. Today I am working on my son's Pinewood Derby car, and there's a few little things I'm going to do with that. I'm going to make this a wedge style car. I'm probably not going to cut it here on the miter saw. I think I'm going to make a jig for my table saw, and I'll run him through that. And there's something else I'm going to do with it. These weights are little tungsten weights, and they're pretty heavy, and I think I'm going to put this block in the CNC machine and write out a nice little pocket and then put these in there. One trick, however, is I built one of these last year and I had a scale. I don't know what the hell I did with the scale, but we'll find out. Alright, so here's the deal. This thing is about 1 3/4 of an inch wide. Each of these tungsten weights is 1/4 inch wide, and I think I want to do a row that's 3 wide in here, so I have to center a 3/4 inch wide pocket. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 of these in a package, so 4 rows of 3. So it would be 3/4 of an inch this way and a full inch this way. So I need to make a 1 by 3/4 pocket somewhere right about here. Alright, so 3/4 by 1, right about there. Alright, so I got this rigged up here to be cut for the pocket. The pocket's going to go here. And I've got the file loaded into Carbide Motion. I created it in Carbide Create. Super easy to use. So now all I just need to do is get this guy zeroed. And what I did was I set the 0 right at the bottom left corner of the pocket. So I'm going to set him up so that he gets zeroed here. And that's it. Huh. So one of the things you can see here is that it did move the block a little bit when it plunged the first time. You can see it's a little uneven there. But you know, frankly, this is way better than I would have done by hand. And even if I tried to build some silly little jig. So this is fine. I'm going to punch out these corners. And then I'm going to make this wedge cut. So it's meant to be kind of like a shooting brake. I have 3 progressively more fine grits of sandpaper. Coarse, less coarse, more fine. And what I'm doing here is I cut them in strips off of these little sheets. And I put the nail in the drill press and I spin it, and then I put this guy on here. So this is doing a great job. I don't know what the grits are on this. I'm gonna guess I'm starting at like maybe 200 and then going up to maybe 300 and 400. But the final grit is 4 to 6. I think it will be 400 to 600 grit. See, one's got the ridges and one
I just like this.
Does not.
Can I please have some?
So now what I'm doing is I'm spinning this on a mandrel. There's a mandrel that you can get for a drill to hold the Pinewood Derby wheel. This is the finest grit sandpaper. I'm just doing a quick little, polish. And I'll do the same thing for the boards.
1, 3, Arlie Hill!
Arlie!
Come on up. Come on up. Okay, look down. Step over there. Step over. Step over.
Arlie, where you at? There you are. Congratulations, buddy.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
So good stuff today. We had the Pinewood Derby race and my daughter placed second overall in all the siblings and my son placed first overall in his den and third overall in his pack. So I'm not sure if I adequately stated what made the car faster. Well, obviously polishing the axles or sanding off the burrs of the axles and the wheels. Taking the burrs off the axles and the wheels was super helpful. When I lubed the axles, I didn't show that part, but I actually put the graphite in some rubbing alcohol. So I had like a rubbing alcohol graphite slurry and I dipped the axles in that before I put them in the wheels and then pushed them into the car. But do you know what made the cars do well? It's the weight. If you look on YouTube, you can find some other videos on this, but I could see from the fleet of the cars in the whole pack, all the cars that were doing really well had the weight up high on the car. There's a lot of cars where they put the weight, they just glued it on top in various shapes. There was somebody that had like a triangular piece of steel and they did super well. That was all the weight on the car. And with my son's car, who did really well, he was third in his pack overall, first in his den. I had one of those nice little dome weights and I put that right on top of the car. But I still had to add weight in the bottom of his car to counterbalance. And the first one I built, which was intended to be my son's car but ended up being my daughter's car, I put most of the weight in the bottom. Now she did really well. She beat all the siblings, but she was not that car was not a leading car in the whole pack. So consistently across all the cars, weight towards the back of the car and up on top. Now why is that? The reason why is that it's pretty basic physics. The potential energy of the car when it's sitting up there is mgh. And when you put the weight up on the car, on the very top in the back, h is highest. So mgh is big. And then when it comes down and it hits that, you can see most of them, they kind of stay even as they're all going down the track. But as soon as it starts to hit the transition, the cars that had the highest weight in the back come out front. And that's the secret, really. It's just putting the weight in the back. And next year, I'm not doing any weight in the bottom of the car at all if I can help it. I'm putting it all in the top, assuming my son wants to do that again. That's how you make a fast Pinewood Derby car. Thanks for watching. Thanks for visiting my channel. This is Davian Hill with Solve Fix Build. Thanks.